Over the ages, science and medicine has advanced so far as to put miracles into the hands of men. Many of the diseases that were once fatal merely 500 years ago now have cures or at least treatments thanks to the brilliant minds of men. That being so, there's still one fatal infirmity humanity is yet to overcome. That's mortality. For those devoted enough, however, there is yet a way. Located just off the east coast of North America, somewhere, is a shrine dating as far back as the earliest recorded civilizations. Lost to the ages now, there is but one path to this shrine, and it still sends its call, as if daring the hardiest of man to take this perilous voyage. If you ever find yourself in Savannah, Georgia, and think you'd like to play your hand at immortality, well, simply hop in your car and continue east out of town along East President Street, and continue along it until it turns in the Islands Expressway. If the forces deem you worthy, or if they're simply in the mood to watch an amusement as you throw your life away, the sky will darken with rain clouds, even if it was clear and blue only moments before, and the forest about you will seem to glow. Now, if you're carrying a map, you'll probably notice that the path is not marked anywhere on it, but pay no attention. Continue along the tight and densely overgrown path at a slow pace, for if you go off the road here, you'll have no hope of ever finding your way out of this forest. Simply follow the path before you, for while there are many bends, there are no turn-offs from this one. The trees will only grow denser as you progress, until the limbs scrape like fingers along the top of your vehicle. Eventually, after about 45 minutes to an hour of driving, you should come to a dead end, where the trees tighten around you like a noose around a doomed man's neck. If you have a GPS system in your car, it will proclaim that you're about 15 miles into the Atlantic Ocean. Do not attempt to reverse at this point, for you'll find that the path is no longer there. Regardless of what time of day, not a single ray of light will spill through these densely packed trees. And if it is too dark out, or if it will be dark within the next few hours, do not open your door, and do not turn off your headlights. You may turn your car off every now and then to save on gas, but you want to crank it up every now and then to keep the battery from dying. If you let down your guard in this forest at night, well, you're as good as dead. If you are wise enough to start this trip early, and it's still light out, you may exit your car at this point. You'll notice the trees around you leaning in your direction, as if peering down at you curiously. In a loud, assertive voice, proclaim, "I am here to claim my fate, and none here shall stand in my way." You'll hear a sound behind you. When you turn and look, you'll notice a small path that hadn't been there before. Do not hesitate. Do not question it. Simply walk purposely forward and start down that path before you're trapped in that forest forever. The path may wind drastically depending on which way you were facing when it was created. Simply continue walking and do not look back, no matter how loud the rustling gets behind you. You'll soon find yourself ankle deep in a swamp, and you may find the sound of frogs croaking soothing change from the forest's lively rustling. It would be most wise at this point to find the longest, thickest branch you can, for the marshes of Georgia can hide the nastiest creatures in only a foot of water, so you need to feel your way along like a blind man. Only about 10 yards from the forest line, the land drops off into the ocean. and unless the forces are feeling particularly cruel, you should be able to see a log poking out of the water right away. If not, you'll need a search. And it may take a while, but once you're near it, there's no mistaking it. Walk until you feel the ground break away beneath you, then get into the water. When you're touching the log, you'll want to take in the largest lungful of breath you can manage. Then dive under and swim to the bottom as quickly as you can. It will be a long swim, but do not turn around. Even if you think you're about to faint, swim as fast as you can and just keep going down. Keeping a hand on the log until you come out on the other side. You'll resurface in a pond in the middle of a dark forest, much similar to the one you just exited. Only, just at the edge of the pond will be an ancient building of unknown origin. Go inside. Fires will be lit, marking your path to the shrine of the keeper. A large statue, the likeness of the keeper, will stand at the far wall, and at his feet will be an empty bowl. Address the keeper in a loud, confident voice, saying, "I've come very far, and all I ask is for something to drink." His response will be a single, very personal question, and he will speak it directly into your mind, so listen carefully. When he is asked his question, do not take long to answer, and answer only in truth. Be very precise with your answer. He will know if you're trying to hide something. Once you have answered him completely, the bowl at his feet will fill with a strange liquid. This liquid will reflect the entire rainbow of colors, and it will bear no scent. You must drink this liquid, or you'll never leave this forest alive. Depending on whether or not the keeper liked your answer and deems you worthy, the liquid will be plain tap water or lethal poison. If it's the latter, well, you will know when the symptoms begin to take hold. If it is the former, well, you will be free to leave. The forest will pop before you, showing you the exit, much like the years will pop before you, leaving you alone to endure the eons. You'll see your family and loved ones die, and you'll see wars begin and end, but you'll never die. You'll see the sun explode and the earth burn to a cinder, but you will never die.